Hey guys, my name is Marc Dressen. You're watching MDTV, and in this video I'm going to show you a short cool down stretching routine you can do after all of your exercises and workouts. Now, why should I be stretching anyway? I mean, what's that good for? Well, there's a really good reason why you should be stretching. Now, when you go to the gym and you work out, what you're basically doing is contracting muscles throughout your body over and over again. And contraction is just another word for shortening your muscle. And what we do with stretching afterwards is pulling that muscle back into the length it was before you started working out. And that's a really good thing because it helps to fight imbalances, muscle imbalances in your body. Now, if all you're going to need is a mat, a towel, and maybe a place where you can hold yourself, a wall. So get all of that stuff ready now, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, welcome back. I hope you found yourself a mat, a towel, and a place where you can hold yourself. Now, before we get started, I just want to clarify a couple of things. And that is, if you've got an injury or you feel any kind of discomfort throughout the exercises or stretches we are doing, please stop immediately. Because you're the person who knows your body best, and just because I'm doing them doesn't mean to say you need to be doing them. That said, I will try to adjust some of these exercises to make them a bit harder or easier, depending on your level of skill. So, we're going to be focusing on our legs first, then we'll work ourselves up to the hip, the torso, and then the chest and the arms. So let's get started. You're going to go to the wall first, and what you're going to do is you're going to put your foot against the wall like this, and then you push yourself, your whole body towards the wall. And what that does is it stretches out your calf. It should stretch it out. Well, it's stretching mine out right now. Hold all of these stretches, all of the ones we're going to be doing now, for 30 seconds. Okay. You can go a bit closer to the wall. It stretches even further. And release. Okay, switch legs. Put the other leg against it, your foot, like into a dorsiflexion, and then you push yourself towards the wall. It doesn't have to be a pillar like this. You could basically use any wall and hold yourself and push yourself against it. Okay, another 5 seconds. And release. Brilliant. So, we've got our calves a little bit stretched out. Now we're going to focus on our quads, quadriceps, the one on the top, the big muscle, one of the biggest muscles in our body. What you do is you hold yourself on the wall, you throw your leg back up, catch it at the end. And now important is that you don't grab your toes and pull it up because it might put too much strain on your ankle. So grab your ankle and pull the leg towards your bottom, and also tense your core muscles at the same time. Keep holding it. And release. Now we use the other side. So you swing it back, make sure you grab it at the ankle, tense your core, and start pulling it towards your bottom. Now, if you want to make it a bit more difficult, the thing you can do is you can bring your knee slightly backwards. That will increase the flex. Okay, brilliant. Release. Shake it out a little bit. Now we've got our hamstrings on the back of your leg. So what you're going to be doing is put one foot onto your heel, and you're going to push yourself back, hands on top of your knee, and you push it down like that. And now you should feel a stretch in the back of your leg. Make sure your back is straight at the same time. That's it. And bring your toes towards you, which will also help stretch out your calf a little bit more. Brilliant. Now we switch to the other side. To make it even harder, you can step a further way and push it down. Make sure your back is straight. That's it. And release. Now, we kind of stretched out all the muscles on the lower bit of our legs. Now we're going to focus on our hip flexors. Flexor just means the muscles which are involving flexion in your hip. The way we're going to do it, and that's why I've got the towel here, because you might feel discomfort by putting your knee onto the floor. That's why we have the mat. But if it's still not comfortable, you can use a towel and put your knee on the towel. Now, 1 foot to the front. What you're going to be doing is you're going to bring your hip forward like this and make sure your upper body stays straight so you're not leaning forward. Because what we want to do is we want to stretch this hip flexor out. And you can kind of see it that it's kind of arching here a little bit, and that's the arch you want. So keep stretching this out. Now to make this a bit more difficult or more advanced, if you don't feel anything, so use the arm which is on the side where you're stretching your hip flexors, you push it over to the side and keep pushing it over. And that way you're stretching out parts of your internal, external obliques and your hip flexors, so it's really nice stretch. Okay, and we switch sides. I'm going to do it this time towards you. That way you probably can see it a bit better. Leg to the front, and you bring your hip to the front. So push your hip nice and wide to the front. Make sure that the front leg, the knee doesn't go over your toes, so you don't have like this kind of angle here. Nice and wide to the front. Got an arch here. That's it. Now to increase it, you can take your arm and pull it over your head. Good, well done, and back. Now you can put the towel to the side. Now we kind of focused on our hip flexor, now we're going to do our abs. So you lie down on the floor into a prune position and you push yourself all the way up like this. Now you're probably going to say, oh, I can't do this. You can also start with your hands a bit further away and push yourself up. So that's the easier version of it. Yeah. Try to pull your head into your neck and try to look as high as you can. Good. And release all the way down. Now we go back. Again, you can use the towel if you want or not, into like a little baby pose. You might know that from yoga. So you pull yourself down, hands to the front, and just exhale all the way down. Just stay in this position. This is really good because it releases the tension in your lower back and stretches out your chest a little bit by putting the arms into this position. Okay, brilliant. Now from here, we're going to be lying down on flat on the chest like this. One arm to the side, and you're going to push yourself over, and that way you stretch out your chest and a little bit of your hip and lower back. Good. And switch arms. And we roll over to the side. Good. Make sure that your arm on this side is kind of 90 degrees outwards. And not too flat, not too far on the top, just 90 degrees. Good. Now we turn around, lie back down on our backs. You bring one leg up like this. And now what we're going to be focusing on is pushing our knee away from our body. So we push it away. What you can do as well, you can just lie down flat on the floor. If you feel discomfort in your neck or something, use the towel, put that under your head, that's fine. And you push your knee away. Now what that does is it kind of stretches your abductors, your internal rotators, and a bit of your hip flexors. Now to make this a bit more difficult, you bring the knee closer towards you and keep pushing the knee away. Or if it's going to be easier, you just put your knee a bit further away and push it down. Okay, let's switch sides. Same thing. Hand onto your knee and you push it away. Should give you a little stretch here. Again, it's stretching the abductors, internal rotators, medial rotators, and a bit of your hip flexors. Good, well done. Now again, we switch over, and this time around, instead of pushing the knee away, we grab through the knee and pull it towards us. What this actually does is stretch the leg, which is kind of lying on top, your glute on the other side. You should feel it. And here we go. Now, if this is too difficult for you, another way of doing it is keep this leg on the floor. You grab the ankle with both hands, and the elbow goes onto the knee. And you just pull your leg towards you like this. And you hold that stretch. That way, you still get your glute stretched, but you might not have the flexibility to grab your knee all the way, which is fine as well. Okay, brilliant. Let's switch legs and we do both of these variations. So one leg on top, grab through and pull it towards you as far as you can. And you should feel it now. You might see it a bit better. This side of the leg should feel the stretch, the glute. Glute is your bottom area. Okay, the other version, you grab with both hands your leg, this arm puts the elbow onto the knee, and you pull the leg towards you, kind of twists this leg into an internal rotation. Okay, well done. Shake all of that out. Now we're nearly done. One leg up like this. You grab it on the other side, put the arm to the side, and what we're going to do is now we're going to give it like a little torso twist. So we bring our knee down slowly, and what you can do as well is you can face into the opposite direction and try to bring the knee all the way down. If you stop here, that's fine. What you want to be making sure is that your shoulder kind of stays on the floor. So when I'm in this position, what you should not be doing is kind of this, bringing up your shoulder or being in this position. Then you know, okay, it's already too limited. You just go back up to this position, hold it here. Okay, brilliant. Now you might see it from the other side a bit more. So you're in this position, arm to the side. Now I'm facing towards you and I'm pushing my knee to the other side, all the way down. You can see my shoulders still on the floor. What happens now is if I couldn't reach the floor properly, my shoulder and my arm would go up. We know, okay, that's too far, so we go all the way back down. And keep breathing just normally throughout all of these exercises. Okay, well done. This is a nice one for your lower back and your torso area and the spine. Last one we do is you can take the towel away, make sure your head is just straight on the floor. You put your arms behind your head, and this one is a bit like you just imagine someone grabs your arms and pulls them backwards, and at the same time someone grabs your feet and pulls them in the other way. But obviously there's no one who's pulling you, so you need to do that for yourself. So you put your arms behind your back, and here we go. So try to imagine someone pulls it nice and strong. And release. Good. And one more. Pull, pull, pull. And release. Good. We do one more. So really imagine someone pulling your arms and legs at the same time, and your spine and your body gets pulled out this way. And here we go. Pull it out. Good. And release. So, well done. Okay, this was my little cool down stretching routine. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm going to bring out on a weekly basis new videos around workouts and tutorials. Now, if you want to stay in touch with me, down in the description box below you'll find all my social media channels. And if you've got any questions around stretching and what you've seen in this video, please leave a comment in the comment box below. I'll answer those. So I'm gonna see you in the next video. Until then, take care.